Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Ready! Blue 20! Blue 20! Hot! Griffin, let's go!
Wait, Mr. Brady! Take your goddamn teddy bear with you! Perfect spiral!
You like apples?
Always bustin' strong, it's Lucy Burdge.
How do you like
Yay!
that?
I love that intro. Put me in a better mood because I am absolutely beside myself over the home run derby. Can you complain if all of your bets lost? Because all of them did, because of Kyle Schwarber. I was on Kyle Schwarber because he's a former Red Sox player, like a Malai Kyle from Waltham. No, he ruined the whole thing. He let Albert Pujols win. You could see in his face that he just let him win, and you could see it was happening. Because this was very suspicious. So suspicious. It's very suspect, as they say now. He could have hit so many more home runs than that, and he didn't. He was line drive after fly ball, after all. He was acting mad. Give Kyle Schwarber the Oscar because he was acting like he was losing intentionally, and Albert Pujols was probably as angry as anybody that he had to keep getting up there and round after round hit home runs and get up for another round. I had Kyle Schwarber to win the whole thing, and he was out right away. And then I had Pete Alonso to face him in the final round. Pete Alonso out. I had Pete Alonso to hit the longest home run. No, Juan Soto did that. Absolute disaster of a home run derby. A global atrocity. Absolute just if you are going to bet on the home run derby, good luck, because they don't play by the rules over there. I will say I love the home run derby. I think it's great for baseball. I think Julio Rodriguez, I do absolutely adore the home run derby. However, this particular Kyle Schwarber incident, I do have beef with Kyle Schwarber because do not let Albert Pujols win. That's what he did. And that just absolutely blew it completely. So what a great time had by all. Good grief.
Right. From global atrocity to, well, I do love the home run derby.
I do love the home run derby. It's
Lucy,
yeah.
Did you see the cutaways of Pete Alonso last night? I would love to hear your take on Pete Alonso and his somewhat questionable behavior last night, because I'll paint the picture for people who are not listening or not watching, I should say. They did a zoom in of Pete Alonso's face where he was meditating or doing something while Julio Rodriguez was batting. And then they showed Pete Alonso in full Mets uniform, in cleats, deadlifting before his home run derby appearance. So, what did you make of this?
He takes it very seriously. That is very, very serious business to him, which it should be to everyone. It's a very serious situation, the home run derby. But clearly it didn't work. He was supposed to three-peat. If I see that one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. He didn't three-peat. He didn't do anything he was supposed to do. Nobody did. It was, except for, I guess, Julio Rodriguez and Juan Soto, it was the Julio Rodriguez show. And I think great for him because it's great for the Mariners. It's great for him and his personal brand. But Pete Alonso, if you're going to do that stuff, at least make it work. None of that worked. The meditating, the deadlifting in cleats, risking injury to do that, by the way. No, didn't work. So if you're going to do that, at least perform on the level that you were expected to based on what the odds say and the people who bet on you, who believed in you.
We're talking with Lucy Burdge, who's coming in hot. She's BetQL writer and host of Back to the Futures each Sunday night on BetQL. Also follow her on Twitter and Instagram at Lucille Burdge. Okay, Lucy, let's get to the real important stuff here. Ben Affleck and J-Lo finally got married after they were together, 20 years ago? And all of this, what was it? Just a year and a half ago, J-Lo and A-Rod were the it couple. Now J-Lo's back with Ben. So what is your feeling now? Are you happy for Ben, or I got to get your take here?
I am so happy for both of them. My king and queen. My heart is soaring. This was the bright spot in the Chris Sale situation. Then you have the home run derby, but this is the nice little heartwarming moment in between all of this where these two finally got married, because they were together, 2002, 3, 4, when they were engaged with that pink ring, which I did get a replica of at Claire's. I remember doing that. This story, I have been hooked on this story it feels like my whole life. So finally they are married. The culmination of all of this, I think they will stay married. I think this is J-Lo's final wedding, and they will stay married forever and ever and live happily ever after. This ring is a green one. which is different than the pink one, which is also beautiful. But I am very happy that they are finally married. But the question that was brought up, I saw on Twitter, will J-Lo ever wear a Red Sox hat now? And I don't think that will happen because she never did before. She's from the Bronx. And I think that would be, I actually don't want to see that happen. But I am very, very happy for Jen and Ben and how Bennifer now is a forever thing. It is, they had the long breakup in between. And it really does give you hope for just happiness and love and life. And I think this is really a story for the ages, Jen and Ben, because I feel like this will last forever. And I am just so happy for them.
Right.
Oh, did we lose?
On what? The fifth try?
For Jen and Ben? Their fifth try?
Okay, we did lose Chelsea. She's been in and out, Lucy.
Well,
so yeah, go right ahead.
I understand. Yes, so I'm just absolutely thrilled for them, and I think that their families have already come together. It just feels like when they got back together after J-Lo and A-Rod split, it felt like they never left. They just meshed right back together, and it was so beautiful, and it just feels right. You know, it just feels very right, and I feel bad for A-Rod because he was really going through it. After that breakup, He had that Instagram story where it was a sad song with pictures of J-Lo and the song over just a wall of a J-Lo shrine, which who doesn't have a J-Lo shrine, to be fair. And A-Rod definitely did have one, which I do feel bad for A-Rod. And I don't know what Jennifer Garner's probably over this. She's got her own thing going. Good for her. Love Jen Garn or whatever. But I think that this is just the perfect timing. And it has everything that you're supposed to have in just a perfect relationship. Is that, I don't know if they're perfect, but timing worked out for them and circumstance and just, it's just a beautiful thing. I'm very, very happy for them.
So here's one thing I've been meaning to ask you forever, but I can't just slip it in because we don't talk about Ben Affleck every week. But what are your thoughts on his back tattoo? Because that thing is absolutely insane.
That's awful. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And I think if you're Ben Affleck, you can do that, but anybody else, do not do that. Don't get that huge back tattoo. Don't really get any huge tattoo that takes up an entire part, except for like sleeve tattoos, which are fine. Yeah. But like if you get one that's your whole back, your whole face, your whole stomach, not whole body part tattoos. And I think Ben Affleck might have been going through a difficult time at that moment when he got that tattoo, which again, if you're doing that, don't get anything you can't reverse when you're going through a difficult time. But I think Ben Affleck is in better territory now. I don't think he would do that again. Not a huge fan of the back tattoo.
So I am still recovering from betting on the home run derby, but I'm taking a big deep breath because I do want to bet on the All-Star game tonight. Lucy, are you on board with me here? Do you have an All-Star game?
If they play by the rules, these people, MLB, who I love, I do love the All-Star game. No, so American League, money line all the way. My whole life, every year, rooting for the American League. So American League to win. Also for MVP, I would sprinkle a little on two people, Aaron Judge and Rafael Devers. That's who I would lean up for
betting on a Yankee?
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough. It has been really tough for many reasons, but watching the Yankees, it's hard not root for them, but bet on them. Because if you're going to make money, it's a smart bet.
Ooh, be careful with those words, Lucy, because you are Boston strong on this show. So you can't be pulling for the Yankees. Let's talk about the Red Sox for a second. Is all hope officially lost now that Chris Sale is hurt for probably the rest of the season?
In that moment, that was my thought. This is the nail in the coffin. This is unbelievable. I still can't believe it. Unbelievable. I was listening to the game on the radio, and just to hear it happen, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, they're kidding, right? Because I still have not seen the actual video. I've seen the pictures of his finger, which has now been surgically repaired, and he'll be ready in no time to come back. Probably like 6 to 12 months is what they're saying. 6 to 12 years. But every thought runs through your head. Is this it for him? Is this his career? Is he done? Because he's always going to be injured. This is the flukiest fluke. And that's why it's so annoying, is because it wasn't because he punched something. It wasn't because something else happened that was unavoidable or he could have controlled. This is the worst luck. He literally he can catch a break, but he also can't catch a break because he literally caught a break, but he can't catch a break when it comes to these injuries. And all he wants to do is pitch. I am devastated by Chris Sale. Thank you very much. That's exactly it. I am absolutely crestfallen over this because he wants to just be healthy. He just wants to pitch. He wants to help his team. And now I don't know what the future looks like for Chris Sale or this team. And it's just an absolute black cloud over the Red Sox right now, and it's really hard to spin it another way.
I would imagine that Chris Sale was not the most enjoyable person after that happened because we have seen him when he is upset, and usually it's not somebody you'd like to be around. And I'm just praying for the TVs and the equipment around, the
He should, rightfully so. He should break everything in sight because this is the worst luck that has ever happened. He did put it in perspective and say there's a lot of other things going on in the world. A broken finger is, well, okay. But it's still, in the moment, it is very, very difficult to look past this and think good things will happen for this team. But they will.
Well, if anybody can spin it positively, it's Lucy Burdge. She's a BetQL writer and host of Back to the Future each and every Sunday night right here on BetQL. Lucy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.